Oke, bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Alhamdulillahirrahmanirrahim. Wa bihi nasta'inu ala umuri dunya waddin. Wassalatu wassalamu ala asrafil anbiya wal mursalin wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in. Amma ba'd. So today we will have our next contender for the proposal seminar, and then the contestant here it is Dian Rosydianti, right? It is Dian Rosydianti.
Yeah.
Okay. And then her thesis title here, How Do Games Affect the Writing of Young EFL Learners? Yeah. And then that was the title of her thesis proposal, and her thesis advisor here is Ms. Zaitun MPD. Since you already watched the previous proposal seminar, so I hope you already noticed that we are going to have two sessions. Yeah, the first here it will be based on your PowerPoint presentation, and the next one it will be based on your complete proposal. Okay, Rian?
Okay, Mister.
Okay, let's start this proposal seminar by reciting Basmalah together. Yeah, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim.
Okay, let's hope you will be able to answer all the questions that I will give to you. Okay, best of luck, and then I will start share your PowerPoint presentation. Come on, Dian, time is yours.
Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good afternoon, sir. My name is Dian Rosydianti. Today, I want to explain about my proposal seminar with the title is How Do Game Affect the Writing of Young EFL Learners? And okay. I will explain my first slide, which consists of first chapter of background of study and the second chapter of theory. Why I conduct the research about writing? Because in my opinion, is an activity where people can express their feeling word by word, especially for me, who seldom show my expression feeling to other people directly. So by writing, I could pour what thoughts that been hang around my mind. Also by writing, one generation can transfer their knowledge to the next generation. It has how to the tool of writing itself is important. Through writing skills, students are required to be creative and active in thinking and doing as much as possible, pouring their idea, thoughts, experience, and feelings in the written form. Generally, people use their writing to show their ideas, such as newspaper, which use to inform something in written form. Sometimes, many students write text, but not many of them are able to write the text based on the correct structure. According to Mark Andreessen, 2003, human being life words. Human being life's word. When these words are put together to communicate a meaning, a piece of text is created. And then, according to Canela Monole, Kalina Molen, 2015, the easiest part of teaching writing to young children is by continually reading to them. Have discussion about what you are reading together. Let them try to figure out. Let them to figure out what is the author does to make his or her story compelling. And then difficulty of student in writing this can be found when they have to transfer ideas from the Indonesian language to English. The second difficulties is the student cannot determine the meaning of word that exist in writing. The student directly practice writing without learning how to write. Teacher usually provides several topics and asks the learner to choose one and they immediately write. One, one, complete, one completed, the result of their writing are collected, corrected, and assessed, and assessed by the teacher. Such continuous activity will make student feel overwhelmed and not like learning to write. Finally, they believe that writing activity a heavy burden. As a result, they are reluctant to write in English. So their ability is very low. Teaching writing of junior high school is level student of the most challenging teaching practice. Junior high school is part of primary education in Indonesia as it is stated in the curriculum 2013 of English subject. The purpose of teaching writing is to express oneself, to provide information, to persuade, and or to create the literary work. Some writing competitions must be accomplished by students based on the regulation of the Ministry of the National Education. The competitions are written. The competitions are written in the standard of competence and basis competence. It is mentioned that writing in junior high school grade 7 concerned with the some genre of text. Of one of them, namely, they must comprehend descriptive text. According to Andresen 2003, descriptive text describe particular person, place, or thing. It means that descriptive text is designed specially about a person, place, or things. There are many factors influence student writing ability. Factor influence the improvement the student writing skill where material media classroom activities, classroom management, teacher strategy, and teacher approach are factors that influence the student writing skill. One of the factors that influence writing is teaching aids. Types of teaching aids. There are many types of teaching aids available. There's visual aids, audiovisual, dan audio aids. However, researcher will only focus on audiovisual aids, that is games. According to activity Klimonova 2015, games in activity with the rule, goals, and element of fun, it is considered that the games and practice. Next slide, sir. Method. In this slide, I will explain about methodology to conduct the research. I will take a place in SMP Anurmaniyah Ciledug, and I will play quantitative method with the experimental design with the sample of class 7th grade with 30 students, and then for collecting the data, I will use 3 steps. First, pre-test, treatment, and post-test. So, the next slide. Pre-test. I will give pre-test to students in the first meeting before giving the treatment for measure the comprehension the student. The treatment in the session, the student have the right choose any kind of games to any kinds of game they want to. After that, they have to explain descriptively in from paragraph. And the last post-test, I will conduct the last session which the college as post-test in the session that has similar activity with the previous one. However, this time I will be the one that give references of games instead of the students.
Next.
Sudah that finish.
Okay, that's all then. Thank you very much for your explanation, Dian. Yeah. Okay, now let's try to look back your. Okay, your title here it is How Do Games Affect the Writing of Young EFL Learners?
Yeah.
From your title here, you start with questioning about games effect, right?
Yeah.
Okay, and then what do you mean by how do games here affect the writing of young EFL learners? Come on.
Uh, how do you mean about the title?
Yeah, about how do games affect the writing of young EFL learners? What do you mean here by this title?
For con for accounting to student student understand to the for counting the student have apa have have have
Come on.
for for counting the uh, for accounting how the student understand for writing in the class for media games.
That's all.
Yeah,
Okay, next one. Why games?
because games is games is much loved by the student or or the student or even adult, any people like games because uh, I like because I choose game for the media in teaching.
You're not answering why games, yeah? What I mean by why games here, it should be the reason behind choosing of the games. For example, majority of senior high school student or vocational high school student love to play games. And then learning through games or using games that will attract them to learn more about writing, especially in English language. That's what I mean. Okay, Dian?
Okay, sir.
Okay, and the next one here it is about young EFL learners.
Yeah.
Okay, can you classify here which young EFL learners that you are going to implement these games, especially on their writing skill? Come on.
Uh, young EFL learners who uh, uh, before I explain, young EFL learners divide into four stage. For first preschool to 4 until 4 years, and then second primary student age 5 until 7, and then the third 8 until 10, and the last is 11 until 14, and then the writing games for the writing in young learners is any any kind of games because uh, this this research I will to conduct the student in in class for describe. Maybe I think any kinds games. The example is Mario Bros. Or I think.
Okay, so from your young EFL learners here, it should be classified into the age that you are going to conduct this research for. Yeah. So if you try to make a classification here, you can start, for example, you focus on young learner, the age of 5 till 6 years old, that will be okay. Or the age of 6 till 7 years old, that also will be okay. Can you get it, Dian?
Yeah.
Okay, next. From your background of the study, you have to put more explanation here about why it is really important to conduct this research, or why that you really need to conduct this research. Come on, what is it?
I why I will conduct this research? Because the writing is because the writing is uh, the writing is make a student to require to be creative and active in thinking, doing as much as possible, putting their ideas.
That's all?
That's all.
Okay. Talking about background of the study, you have to explain here first, for example, games, it is the most proper or the most suitable strategy or media that you can use to teach English, especially for writing skill here for young learners. Yeah, that will be the first main reason. And then second one, uh, young learners, yeah, their focus it is not on their writing skill, I guess, yeah, because when we start learning a foreign language, especially English here, we are not learning how to write first, okay, but we learn to imitate how we are going to pronounce the word, as simple as that one, okay. And then you have to come also with your perspective, with your opinion, why here you decided to choose writing on early level, especially for the young learners. Okay, Dian?
Okay, sir.
Okay, next one also for the theory. For the theory here, all the theory, it should be based on the need for your research, yeah. So you can divide several aspects from your title, starting with the games, yeah. So games here, it is not a random kind of games, yeah, but it should be educational games, yeah. Because if you already mentioned, okay, you're going to use Mario Bros on your teaching and learning process, yeah, I don't think that will be proper in an educational context. That's why the choosing of games here, it should be based on educational games. That's what you need to understand, okay, for the theory. And then second one, you have to connect, you have to link here between games, the educational games, and then also with the writing skill, yeah, educational games and then writing skill. What kind of educational games that can support the children that can support the young learner to master the writing skills. Okay? And then after that one also, you have to put more about the identification, the overview, the definition, and then also a comprehensive discussion, a comprehensive elaboration about what you call here by EFL young learners. Okay,
Okay.
is that clear enough, Dian?
Yeah.
Okay, now let's go to your chapter 3. Chapter 3, you already give a clear kind of explanation, but what I want you to do here, method refers to how that you are going to conduct the whole process of the research. Can you try to give a simulation or how that you are going to conduct this research? Come on, starting from the beginning till the last one, till the conclusion of your research finding. Come on.
Can you repeat the question, sir?
Okay, a method here dealing with how that you're going to conduct this research, starting from the beginning till the last chapter for your conclusion. Okay, can you explain it here, the process, how that you're going to conduct this research, please?
The first I get no. The third chapter is maybe I no.
Come on.
for the for the method in I think from the start I will start to um, I will start to uh, uh, I ask the student to I ask the student to apply the I ask the student to understand about definition of descriptive text, and then and second I ask the student to play the video games to use to play. After that I ask them to describe the video games in descriptive text, and after that I give the result, and the result will be since the final meeting whether there's the videos games really help the student to easy write and describe the difference or something else in English.
That's all?
That's all.
Okay, last question for your PowerPoint presentation. What kind of games that you are going to implement to teach writing skill for the students?
What kind of games?
Yeah, that you are going to implement or you are going to use to teach student writing skill.
What games do I choose for teaching in?
Yeah, come on.
Uh, I I di- I didn't have to uh, uh, have to kind of games because uh, I before bef- uh, before I before I get the before and then
Okay, thank you. That's enough, I guess, Dian, for your PowerPoint presentation. Yeah, thank you very much. And then I'm gonna Stop sharing. Now let's try to discuss about your complete proposal. Please open up your complete proposal, Dian.
Yeah.
Okay, your thesis proposal. Your complete thesis proposal. Okay, have you opened it? Okay. Okay, let's start with your background of the study. Your background of the study here. English is one of the difficult subject for students since this language is not their first language. Okay, this is selected. Okay, first paragraph, second paragraph, that's okay. But for the third paragraph, yeah, uh, it seems like you have to make a connected sentences that can uh, bridge the third paragraph of your background of the study. Okay, so it is not suddenly the other three skill of English learned by the student at school. Yeah, here you're still mentioning or you're still discussing about writing skill, so it should be focused on writing skill. Yeah, and then next one here, your expert, you are quoting from McCrimmon and Slamet. Yeah, do not use Slamet. Yeah, and then it is 2008. So you have to use 2010 above. Yeah, 2010 above here. It's mean from 2011 till 2021. You may use that one. Yeah. And then with that one here, you're mentioning from, what is it? Okay, you're mentioning the word column, yeah, in verse 4 of Surah Al-Alaq as meaning of the tool to write. Okay, what is it, the relevance between this surah and then with your explanation? Yeah.
Because the 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 without the writing the pen has without man which I don't know because
You have no
I
idea.
I
You're the
I
one that
have
wrote
I
this.
see the thesis writing in library because
Okay, so when you try to put any surah or any hadith, you have to put the relevant one. Yeah, when it is about writing, so you have to find also about writing one. If this one ikra, so it will be relevant with, what is it? With reading skill. Okay.
yeah
It is not for writing skill. Okay, Rian?
yeah
Okay, you have to find the other surah that representing your writing skill. Okay.
okay
And the next one, okay, we got here from Samsi 2003. Wow, that's an old kind of reference. Yeah, you have to revise that one also. Yeah,
yeah
and then it is also the same with Wallace, Tariha, and Wahlberg here 2004. Okay, you have to replace this one. Find the other kind of reference that starting from 2010 above. Yeah, and then it is the same also with nasal and diction 2008. Yeah, you have to replace that one also. And okay, what I can fine. From your background of the study here, Dian, it seems like you don't have any previous or prior kind of research. Yeah, so you have to put, for example, here the percentage based on the interview with the teacher, or based on the questionnaire, based on the interview of the students, okay, and then also based on the questionnaire. You have to put the percentage here also on your background of the study. Okay, Dian?
Okay, Mr.
Again, the next one, limitation of the problem. We call this as the limitation of the problem. Yeah, if you already put where that you are going to conduct this research, starting with the class and then also the school on it. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so it's not only problem, this is how do games affect the skill of young EFL learners. Yeah. Okay, so you're going to make this research focus only in a certain specific class and then in a certain specific school. Yeah, and then for your problem of the study, that's okay. And then the object, really it is the object of the study or it is the objective of the study, because it's different. It should be the objective of the study. Okay, so it is not the object of the study, but it is the objective of the study. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, the next one, significant of the study, that's okay. And then now let's start with chapter 2 here. You start with mentioning description about the writing, okay, but your preference here for the expert that you're using Wiggle 2002. Okay, you have to replace that one. Yeah, that's really old kind of reference. Yeah, and then it is also the same. It seems like you are using some old kind of reference. According to Langan, 2006. Really? 2006? Do not use that one. Hughes and Osima, also the same. It is 2006. Yeah, you have to replace that one. Types of writing also the same. Kane 2003. You have to revise that one also. Yeah, and then process of writing. Okay. And the next one, purpose of writing. You are quoting from Betty Dix here, but you are not putting the year of this reference, yeah, for the purpose of writing. You have to put it, okay? And then McGraw-Hill, you are putting 2006 also. Yeah, you're going to replace that one, okay?
Okay.
Okay, next one here, teaching writing. You're using Brown 2001, so you can use Brown 2011 and then also 2012, yeah. And then
Yeah.
Mark Anderson, Kathy Anderson, it is also the same, 2003. So you're gonna revise it all, yeah. Replace all of your reference, yeah. And the next one, uh, okay, next one here, you have to put also teaching writing based on the level that you are going to teach in. For example, here, if you're going to teach for senior high school, so you have to explain also teaching writing in senior high school. Okay?
Okay.
Okay, and the next one, descriptive text. Okay. And then look at that one. Westwood also 2008. You have to revise that one. Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. And then next, descriptive text. It is the same also. Mark Anderson, Kathy Henderson, 2003. Revise that one. Yeah? And then it seems like the discussion about descriptive text here, it is only 2 pages here. You have to put more the description or the elaboration of a descriptive text, because this will be your focus on finding the student writing skill. Okay, Dian?
Okay, Mister.
Okay, and the next one here, the language feature of descriptive text. That's okay. This one, video games. Yeah. So it seems like you are using a video games here. If you are going to use a video games, so you gotta put this one on your title also. Yeah, your title, it is only games. Yeah, but here you are mentioning about video games. Yeah, games and then video games here, it is two different terms. Okay, Dian?
Mister.
Okay. And then while explaining about video games, you are explaining about the definition of media games. How can it be? Yeah? If it is about video games, so the definition of video games, that should be relevant, right?
Right.
Okay, so it is not media games. The previous one, you're mentioning out video games. That's really strange. Okay?
Okay.
Okay, next one. Okay, you are using video games in teaching writing. So it is clear, not the media games here, but it is video games in teaching writing. And you are taking the expert here from 2003, 2007, 2004, and then also 2006. So you have to replace all this one. Okay?
Okay.
And then it is also the same with renders 2009. Yeah? You gotta replace that one also. And then next here, since you are going to use video games in teaching writing, so next aspect that you need to explain, you need to elaborate here, it is the use of video games in teaching writing for senior high school students. You have to add the detail also. Okay, Rian?
Okay, Mister.
And then also for your theoretical framework, you have to make the graph, yeah, graph on it, yeah. So it's not only giving the explanation like this, but you gotta put also the graphic on it, yeah.
Yeah.
Next, for your chapter 3 here, method and procedure. Okay, nice one. You were quoting from Newman, yeah, but do not use Gray and F Asian 2000 here, okay? You have to replace that one. Maybe you can use Noonan, you can use Creswell, you can use Richard. That will be better, yeah? And then Creswell, we have the new one, I guess. We have the revised edition of Creswell. Yeah, maybe it is 2011 or 2012. Do not use this 2010 for the Creswell. Okay?
Okay.
Okay. And then next one for your operational definition of variable, that's okay. Okay, this one, yeah, the previous one you're mentioning Creswell from 2010, and then now here on your population and sample, you're mentioning Creswell 2011. That's strange, yeah. So if it is 2011, so you gotta focus on putting this one Creswell based on 2011. Not the first, it is 2010, and the next one, it is 2011.
Yeah.
Okay?
Okay.
Okay, next technique of collecting the data here, pre-test, treatment, and then post-test. Okay. Okay, this one, you were mentioning the test will be adopted from Kemendikbud, published in 2016. So what kind of the test here that you mean that you're going to use? That you're going to adopt from Kemendikbud?
Yeah, I I will mention the question uh because Mizai because I Karami
Because
because uh Mizai uh, menyuruh saya untuk masukin pertanyaan ini loh, Mister, dari
yeah,
buku atau
I'm not asking you about who is the one that taught you to do this, but what I'm asking you here, it is about what kind of the test that you're going to adopt from Kemendikbud. That's the question. What kind of the test?
I don't have idea.
Okay, next question. Here you're mentioning the question will also be copied from Pustaka Bahasa Inggris published in 2019. So what is it? Pustaka Bahasa Inggris published in 2019.
I search in Google and I get this
Yeah,
sample
you
for
already
question.
browsed this one. So what is it here? Pustaka Bahasa Inggris.
This is this is journal or article for Indonesia.
Okay, thank you. And then for your reference here, majority of your reference, I'm gonna read it one by one. Yeah, Anderson, Mark, and then Kathy Anderson, 2003. You gotta cross that one. Yeah, replace it. Okay, it is a
Okay.
no. Yeah, and then second one, D here with GP 2003, you gotta replace it also. And the next Gibson Aldrich with Kransky here, you also have to replace it. Next Hutchison, also it is the same. Cans Thomas, you have to replace it. Lang and John, also you gotta replace it. Mayers Allen, you gotta replace it. And then Nation, you gotta replace it also. Dixon, you gotta replace it. Almost all of your reprints here below 2010. So none of your reprints here match with 2010 above. Okay, Dian?
Okay.
Okay. So that's all I guess for your proposal seminar, and then it seems like you gotta make a total revision starting from your first chapter, second chapter, and then also the third chapter of your research proposal. Focus on all the reprints that you use and then try to replace it with the new one. Okay, and then put
Okay.
also the detail about the first here, it is teaching writing in senior high school, and then also teaching writing using video games in senior high school. Okay, Rian?
Okay,
Okay,
Mister.
thank you very much for attending this proposal seminar. Yeah, and then I hope you can pass this proposal seminar, and then I'm not gonna ask you to what is it, starting from the beginning, yeah, making from the first chapter from your background of the study, but please only focus on the feedback that I gave to you. Okay, Ria?
Okay, Mister.
Okay, one more time, thank you for attending this proposal seminar. After this one, do not leave first because we are going to talk about the detail after joining a proposal seminar. Okay, and then the last I say wallahu muwaffiq wal hadi ila sabilir rasyad. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.